Hey guys. I'm a little bit earlier than usual. Well, a lot earlier than usual. Um I just want to vent on here. Just me. Just about me and what I'm currently going through. Mental wise and like physically. So So as you guys do know that I am currently losing my confidence in live streaming with all the dips happening and my subs going away basically. Um and just a lot of stuff that happened in my life lately. So I just don't, you know, I don't know how to say this. Um I'm not feeling too good, no health issues whatsoever, but I've been feeling down a lot lately. Not a lot of positive stuff is happening around me. Nothing has been positive said around me, and it's not helping that something that once brought me joy and just stuff like that. It's not being my escape anymore, if you guys know. But I'm going through a lot right now. I don't feel good about myself. Uh, I don't have the time for the mental health. You know, I had to stop going to my therapist because I've been working too much, and sometimes like my therapist that I used to have, she would only be able to see me once every 3 months, and sometimes those dates won't coordinate, and then we wouldn't have a scheduled date to go through. So I've been just struggling a lot mentally, and I guess those struggles with mentally has been just trickling into my real life, my physical life, and it's affecting all relationships that I have with people. Um, I don't feel good about it because I don't try to feel this way. I do try to stay positive, but I don't feel like I'm living. I don't. And all of it, not even part of it, all of it is basically my fault. I have tons of regrets in my life, you know? Like maybe if I've done this earlier, like I would not be feeling the way that I would, or maybe I would, but just in a different situation. Um, I don't feel like I'm making my parents proud at all because of all the things that I've done. Um, Whether it was just like my choices in life, which have trickled on like financial wise and stuff like that. And I've just done a lot of stupid shit in general, you know? And I'm very remorseful for that because I feel like if I was just to be smarter and just not let certain things bother me and trickle into what I'm doing, I wouldn't have gone this bad. And I can't talk to anybody about it because everybody's going to say the same thing as I'm saying right now. It's all my fault that I feel this way. And they're 100% right, you know? If I just made better choices and just not made mistakes and just tried to do things better, if I could go back, I definitely would. I definitely would. And I feel like my future would have been a whole lot different. Like if you guys go back to like when I first started my YouTube channel, like back when I was doing reels, I was like 16, 17. I think it was like during the COVID era, or like a year after like the pandemic hit, or 2 years. I think it was like 2019 or 2020. No, it was 2020 because I turned 16 that year when the pandemic hit. And I feel like if I had just taken that seriously, I would have been so much further than I had. And in life, you know. And I regret not, feeling confident in myself, which a lot of people don't understand, even though I tried to. I don't know why it's muted. But I just feel like if I was to just be a stronger person back when I was 16, and and if I had the, you know, I don't know. I wasn't really a talkative person. I was actually naturally shy back then. I did have a lot of friends, but like, COVID, it did hinder a lot of my social interactions, and I guess that's what kind of first started my depression, with like being away from my friends and not being able to go outside as much. And I figured that's also like a lot of reasons why I was going through like a whole bunch of other stuff. Um and I would try to I would try to explain it to people who wouldn't understand what I was going through, and I would try to explain my emotions, but I guess I would get a little bit too emotional, and I would just get upset that nobody was understanding me. And I don't know, I just lacked the patience of, or I don't know, but people weren't just getting it. Um, and then I was in therapy, but it also didn't help because I wasn't going there as much as I should, because the therapist that was assigned to me, I was only able to do once every 3 months, and a lot can happen in 3 months, and you can't just vent that all out because sometimes you're missing memories about certain things. That's a lot that like, and I suppress my emotions a lot, you know. And I just wanted to tell you guys that I don't know, man. It's hard, you know? Um, trying to live life, trying to get people to understand you. People just won't get it if they don't want to. But and it hurts the most because people like to come to you about your problems, but they will never take the time to listen to yours. And I guess that hurts a lot because I'm always carrying everybody else's burdens, but nobody wants to carry mine. And when I try to explain certain things, I'm getting blamed for it. So I can partially see why a lot of this is my fault, you know. If I was just a little bit stronger, I feel like, regardless of what has happened to me in my life, if I was just stronger, I don't know. I don't. It's just nothing is going right in my life. And all of it is just my fault. All of it is just my fault. And I don't know. The stress is getting to me. I'm not in the right headspace. I'm truly not. And I'm not even just going to be on here for sympathy because I really don't give a damn. But I'm only going to talk to those who are going to listen. And the only people who do listen are you guys, basically. Because I can go to anybody and it'll all be my fault. So I'm just going to say this. You know, sometimes when I try to. So there would be certain instances like when I would just be so tired. And mind you, you guys do know I do not eat as much as I should. Um, so when I do eat, it's like, you know, I'm just like overly tired and stuff like that. And sometimes I just I go to sleep without even eating. But a lot of the times, um, when I cook, sometimes I do not, wash the dishes right away. And I understand that it upsets some people because, things happen. And it is partially my fault for not respecting their wishes of, cook and clean and stuff like that. But with everything that's going on, my body just feels heavy. It feels heavy. I can't relax right. I can barely sleep. I'm just overexerting myself. I try to go to sleep early and I end up waking up like 2 hours or 3 hours later. Then I have so much things that I have to do. And it's just, you know, sure, I would like when I did have my room, like my room would be a mess, you know, even though I would say it wasn't. Like, sure, there would be stuff on my dresser, but I would take the time to clean my room like at least once a week to make myself feel better. But it's just, you have to pick up as you go, And yeah, but I don't know. The amount of stress and the amount of like self loathing and self destruction and like self doubt that one can handle, it weighs on people, and people don't seem to understand that, you know? And I try to move on, and it seems like I can't because I'm constantly reminded by every wrongdoing that I've done. I'm constantly reminded of what, you know, a fuck up I am, even though when people, they don't say it out loud, but you know how you can just feel it, like you're just a disappointment and that people just don't want you. And I feel it, I do feel it. And it's my fault for making them feel that way. Because if I was just better, if I was just better at anything, if I was just, good at, I don't know, man. But I don't feel good. I don't. And it's like there is literally nothing that I can do to make myself feel better. At all. Nothing I can do. Nothing. Because when I did have like my shopping addiction, I don't think I really spoke about it, like what that made me feel. So the only when I would have shopping addiction, like they would come in like bursts. Just like how like your depression can just come back in full blow swing. My depression has never gone away. So what I would do is just like I would just spend my time on Shein and look at pretty clothes and be like, oh, I want to wear this out one day. Maybe when I have friends, I'm able to go outside, I'll be able to wear this out and look nice and feel good about myself. And so I would constantly spend. Same with things with like Amazon. Like I would just spend money just because it made me feel good. And I'm realizing now that that was one of the dumbest things that you can do. Shopping sprees, don't do it. You know? And what I'm starting to figure out now at the age of 22 is that you just have to fight through it. Literally. You can't, there's literally no excuses for how you feel, I guess. Or that's what I've been told. You know? Um, and I just wanted to let you guys know that, like, I'm losing track of what I'm saying. So I would go through like these really big shopping sprees, and I would just shop all the time because it made me feel good in the moment. And then I would model the clothes as a way to feel good. And I'd be like, oh my gosh, wow, I look so amazing in these clothes that I bought. And that's why I have so many bins of clothing. Um, And I try to explain that to those who have asked me, and I'm like, oh yeah, it just makes me feel good, you know, in the moment. And I feel like the excitement of something new about to arrive. And as you guys know, that like I am spiritual, you know. I am spiritual. So what we do is like we manifest into the universe. We speak to our ancestors and stuff like that. And and I'm realizing now that the way that my life is going is because I guess the ancestors can see that there's something in me that's not good in myself, and I can't figure what that is for some reason. But um you know, like maybe there's something that's wrong with me, that and that's the reason why my life isn't the way that it is. And I feel like I'm cursed. Well, I don't feel like I do feel like I'm cursed, but I also feel like I'm a bad luck charm to everybody else, because every time I'm in a situation or I'm related to a person in any type of way, everything just happens. Everything bad just happens. You know? And I feel like that is, and that's the issue. You know? Like, would I don't know. I can't even say what I want to say for real, because I don't want to get in even more trouble, but I just I don't know anymore. I don't feel good. I don't even want to be here. Not like, you know, unaliving. I just don't want to exist, if that makes sense. I just want to sleep, and I want to sleep forever and not have to worry about anything anymore, you know? Because it gets to a point where you can only hold on for so much for too long. And I don't feel good, you know? Might I suggest you save your money and move into your own apartment? See, that's the thing. I wasn't saving my money. I was spending it. And as much as I like to blame my younger brother for using my card when I specifically told him that he can only use it for like his school lunch and everything, it was my fault for trusting him with my card and letting him put money on it after I've already given him allowance. You know, so that drained my savings, and I'm realizing now that it was my mistake, and I shouldn't have done that, and I'm trying to atone it. Like, I'm trying to make sure I can save it all up again and not have to go through that all over again. But you know, you make mistakes, but sometimes it's easier to move on from a mistake, and other times it's just better to keep blaming yourself, I guess. um and I'm just, you know, I'm just tired. I'm just tired of disappointing those around me. I'm tired of feeling stressed out. I'm tired of crying. I'm tired of the self deprecating words that I tell myself every day. And I'm tired of, you know, basically like the universe turning its back on me, because I guess that I'm just this horrible person. So I've been told, and that's why nothing is going my way that I manifest. So, yeah. So I guess, look at that self-reflection. I'm just this big, terrible person. Terrible person. I can't save money to save my life, and here I am trying to make up for it, and it's just not good enough. You know? It's not good enough. Um, I don't know. I just feel like everything I do is just, I do everything wrong. I can't do anything right, you know? And I don't feel good about it. I just feel like I was not supposed to be here. And I know that's kind of depressing to think about, but it's what I think about on a daily basis. Like, if I didn't exist, I wouldn't be going through this. My family probably wouldn't be going through anything, and my parents probably would have been in a better place. And that's kind of sad to think about, but, you know, I just feel like I can't get along with anybody. And I don't, and I'm trying to say like, oh, it's not my fault, but I'm starting to realizing that it is my fault because when I try to tell people, you know, respect my boundaries, especially like my younger siblings, I'm not even gonna try to start anything, but like, I just feel like if people, I don't even, I don't even know what I'm trying to say. I'm trying to say things, but I'm just trying not to make matters worse for myself because I really don't feel like anything, you know? You make mistakes and you learn. Beating yourself up about the past is just going to tire you out even more and more. You just haven't gotten to a place in mindset that brings your kids out. I don't know if I'm ever gonna go to that place at this point. You know, I've stopped my singing because I'm working 2 jobs to save up money. Um, I can sing, but my voice isn't there anymore. I'm probably gonna lose it within the next few years or so if I don't get back to my vocal lessons, but vocal lessons are expensive and I just don't have the amount of money to do it. Um and I would like to have like vocal lessons like at least every day or at least every 2 days or every, just so I can have like the scheduling and to keep my voice up to date, but I can't. So I would try to do like once every 2 weeks or once a week, and even then that's still not enough and it just doesn't feel good. Um I just also feel like, I don't know. I respect everybody else's boundaries, but the moment that I constantly say, hey, please do not do this, it's a problem for me. And I guess that's why a lot of people get mad at me because I sometimes feel like I'm being disrespected, and I guess I'm not, you know? I just have to live with how people are going to treat me. I just have to live by everybody else's rules. I just have to, you know, I guess. I don't know. I'm just tired. I'm tired. I can't make peace with myself because I'm constantly beating myself up. I don't know if I'll ever stop. I don't know. It's not, nothing is working. I try to do things that'll help me. Like I just got in a new journal, so I'm journaling again. And I know things don't happen in a day, but I was hoping that things would be happen, like things would get better within a week. Things aren't getting better in a week, and I know that things aren't good. It takes time, but I really don't want to wait. I don't have the patience to wait because I want people to understand me now. You know, and I just have to live with things that people are not going to understand me. You know, I just I hate the way that I live, to be honest. And I don't know. I just really hate myself. That's all it is. I hate myself. I hate myself. I hate what I've become. I hate that I let depression win over my life. I hate that I don't have a safe space to go to. I hate that I don't have people in my corner that need to be in my corner or want to be in my corner. I hate that I'm always bottling up my emotions and I can't let them out. And I hate that and when I do let them out, I hate that I have a consequence for it, but I try to constantly talk about my emotions. But I'm realizing now that all I have in this world is myself. I don't even have anybody. I don't. I really don't. I don't have anybody in this life. And I'm starting to realize that. And that's why I just prefer to be left alone. You know? I don't have anybody. And if I did have anybody in my corner, I somehow drove them away because of things that I did. And I'm constantly told that I'm driving people away. You know, constantly told that nobody wants me around. I can't do this. I can't. I'm tired. I'm so tired. And I can't say what I'm actually thinking because then I'll actually have to get evaluated. Like, it's crazy. It's crazy. And if I get evaluated, I'll lose my jobs. You know? And not even on no, self harm or committing unaliving. It's just like, I'm just want to sleep forever. I'll try to schedule a doctor's appointment, see if I can get a psychiatrist or whatever, and see if I need to get on any medication. But it's gotten to a point where, like, I can't be happy. I'm not happy. I'm never happy. I'm never happy. And I guess that's why I'm, like, constantly streaming every night, because you guys give me joy. And when I see it, and when I realize that, like, my numbers were dipping, I'm just thinking, like, oh, I disappointed them too. You know? And it doesn't make it any better because I'm on this, I'm just full of, like, life pressure and all that. And I'm unwanted in real life. Like, I have nobody in my corner. Nobody. I have nobody to turn to. I have nobody to talk to. I have nobody that's on my side. Nobody that's willing to listen. Nobody that wants to care or at least pretend to. You know? Is this my last stream ever? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. You know? Like, I don't know. I don't know if this is gonna be my last stream. But I just don't feel the confidence that I once felt anymore. Because I thought I was doing so well. I thought I was going to finally get out of situations I no longer wanted to be in. And I'm back at square one. You know? And this isn't even about, like, the success or, like, money. Like, I can do that on my own. I have 2 jobs. You know? But I feel like if I've had enough success, I probably would have gotten scouted or something and have opportunities that I haven't had before. But I don't know if that's gonna even happen now because I'm just dwindling. I just don't have the confidence. I'm too tired to stream. I gotta wake up at 5 o'clock in the morning to literally find my way to my other job because the buses don't start running until 6, and I have to be there by like 7:30, 8 o'clock to make it on time. You know, so it's just like, I don't know. I don't have anybody to talk to. I don't have anybody to talk to about this with. I can't even go into full detail like how I want because it'll cause more problems. And stuff like that. And I'm just trying to get better. Like, I wish I never needed anybody, but I do because I'm not in the place that I want to be in. You know? And I've always had faith that, or hope that I would have like this strong bond with people and that they would actually listen to me like how they want me to listen to them, and they would actually help me through my problems and not be mad at me for how I'm feeling because of the way that I feel. But I guess life isn't like that, and there's nobody on my side. I don't have anybody on my side. I don't, because I disappointed them all, or I angered them away, or I made them hate me, or they somehow just seeing how such a horrible person that I am, as I was told. I'm just this horrible person, and that's why nobody wants to be around me. I didn't even know that I was a horrible person. I didn't even know. And it sucks because I try not to be a horrible person. I try to be kind and loving, and I try to give people the affection that I want and hope that it mirrors and pours into me, but it just doesn't. It doesn't. And that's why my life is so wrong. I don't even know. I didn't know. I didn't know that I turned into this hateful person or whatever, and then I just have this dark spirit in me. I didn't know. All I know is that I just want to be hurt. I can't even have that. I don't even have that. And it sucks because I try to be a good person. I do. I don't want to be a bad person. You know? And I've had so many negative instances into myself, and I just told myself I don't want to become that person. I don't want to be a person that's hurtful. I don't want to hurt people, but I guess I hurt people unintentionally. And I don't even know what I did. Nobody's telling me what I did wrong. And they're telling me that, oh, the way that I'm acting is what's wrong. And I'm acting like how? Because I want people to respect my boundaries. I want people to actually hear me and not just try to use their own life as an example, because we're two different people. We're always going to have different experiences and how we do different things. If everybody was the same, everybody would always be happy, or everybody would just always be sad and depressed, or everybody would be violent and nothing would be peaceful, or everybody would be peaceful and there would be no balance. That's not how life works. Just because you do certain things doesn't mean that I have to, or I've gone through it, so that means I have to do exactly what you did, or I have to act just like you. You know? So it's just, I don't know. I don't feel good. You know, I don't know if my life is ever gonna get better, because it doesn't feel like it is. I'm just stuck in this cycle of just, I'm talking, and I guess I get so angry that I try to scream out my emotions, and all people hear is just me screaming and don't even hear what I'm saying. That's all they hear. All they see is just the anger. They don't ever see the pain or the hurt or the suffering or what you carry around you. And I'm learning that at 22 years old that I don't have anybody in my corner. I don't have anybody. Because whatever I feel is never that deep. Never that deep. I can't feel anything because if you do this to me, oh, it's not that deep. You don't have the right to feel that way. But when I try to communicate, you'll always be the villain in someone's story. Maybe some of it is true. If you are going through a rough patch, that energy can start to emit and make others feel uncomfortable. Can you guys hear me or no? Okay. But I was just reading Bean's message. He said, "You will always be the villain in someone else's story. Maybe some of it is true, and if you are going through a rough patch, their energy can start to emit and make others feel uncomfortable." And I'm realizing that now. You know, the way that I'm feeling is affecting others. There's no saying that it's nobody else's fault but mine because it's my emotions, you know? And I guess I feel things a lot strongly. Like, I feel my emotions are a lot stronger, especially when I'm not heard. Like, if I was to ever talk to anybody, they don't even hear me. And when I say that nobody is listening, sure, like my voice raises in like rage, and I start screaming and I start crying because nobody's taking the time to listen. All they do is that they want to see all they want to do is see the negative. They don't ever want to see anything that you're going through. I'm just tired. I'm just tired. I feel like I'm not even trying to be depressive or anything, but like if I was not here tomorrow, I feel like everybody's life would be better. And that's pretty dark, but I do feel that way. You know? Like I just don't like if I was to ever disappear if I was to ever disappear tomorrow, would anybody care? Would anybody care? Would anybody be like, "Oh, I feel so bad because I didn't actually hear her. I didn't understand her pain." No. Nobody's going to be like that. Nobody's going to be like that. Nobody in my life is going to say that. You know? Nobody actually cares about me the way that I want to be cared for. I'm by myself. And I kind of figured that out when I was 17. And I would constantly go to the guidance counselor because I wanted to be a high school dropout because of how bad and severe my depression was. It was bad. It was bad. I just hated school. I hated everyone. I hated myself. I didn't feel good about myself, and it's trickling on into my adulthood. You know? And it's like I don't have anybody, and I told my guidance counselor that cuz we were talking. She was like, "Why do you feel like you want to drop out?" And I said, "Because I'm always caring for other people, but nobody cares about me. I'm always by myself." And people be like, "Oh, we do care about you." Yeah, but I'm always going to see how you treat me and see if you care about me. You can say that you care. That doesn't mean that you do. How can you prove that you care? You know? And I'm realizing like I don't have anybody. I don't have any friends to go to. I don't have a shoulder to cry on. I don't have anybody to share my experiences with. And I've gone through a lot. Okay? I'm going through a lot. And there's nobody here to hear me out. I'm literally by myself. By myself, and I have nobody that wants to be there. You know? You were loved and you were gonna have a good future. I thought you were gonna get married and have kids in 5 years. I thought that too, but it's looking really slow. You know? I don't even have the desire to date. I don't feel desirable at all. And when I talk to like my any woman in my life, they constantly say, "Well, the way that you present yourself is how a man is going to show you." And I guess the way that I present myself, I deserve to get treated like shit, you know? So I gave up on dating because I'm just full of disappointment and I can't seem to get treated right. So I just gave up. And I guess that's why I have crushes on guys that I can't reach, you know? Like Kenji, for example. He would never go for a girl like me. And I'm not even trying to be like, "Oh, let's all feel bad for Royal. No, I genuinely feel that way because what guy would want me? The guys in real life don't even want me. Hell, I wouldn't want myself. I have too much emotional baggage. I'm emotionally damaged. I have no goods within myself. Who would want to go through that? Who would want to go through that? You know? And that's why when I jokingly said this like a few streams ago, like, why would I be with somebody that's lower than my level? Why would I want to be disappointed in somebody when I'm already disappointed in myself? You know? And I try to better myself, you know, for my future husband, or as Kenji I would like to joke around and say. But I don't think I would be the type of guy that he would go for. I'm not. I'm not the type of guy, type of woman that a lot of men would go for. I'm too emotional. I'm too emotional. I I just I don't know. And I guess my emotions they trickle into my real life and I just don't do anything, so it makes me lazy, you know? And I'm always getting constantly called lazy. I can't do anything right. You try to do something, you can't ever win. Because if I try to do something, I get old stuff just keeps getting thrown in my face. And it just makes me feel worse, you know? A lot of stuff gets thrown in my face actually. A lot. You know? I just I don't know. I don't feel good. And I don't know if I can keep going. I'm just disappointing myself in the end. I feel like I can never do anything right. Like, I felt good this Christmas because I could finally do the gift giving that I've dreamed of. Well, not dreamed of because I didn't really buy a lot, but I got a couple of people gifts that I think that they will like. And I felt good. I felt good. I felt excited. I was like, oh, they're gonna love this. And the high didn't last long because clearly I'm in a fucking predicament that I am now because, you know. Yeah. I don't know, man. I'm tired. I want to sleep. My head hurts. It constantly hurts. My eyes are probably going blind. Like, I literally can't, I can barely see. Sometimes I would have like these moments of like blurriness in my eyes, and I might have to get my eyes rechecked. But I don't know. Are we ending now? I don't know. I don't. I just. I don't know. And this is what I get for raw dogging my emotions. I wish I was an alcoholic or some type of drug addict, but I can't. I'm scared of needles. I'm scared of snorting shit up. And I'm scared of losing control when I'm on alcohol because I have lost control. How about now? Um, what is it? Somebody said something. You're looking for yourself and others. That's the worst you can do. Well, all I know is just like I'm constantly looking at myself and others is because I was literally told um that I was a disappointment. Okay? That I can't do anything right. And I'm constantly getting compared to people who are around my age who are doing fantastic in life. Like, oh, so and so is traveling for like the third time in a row, getting their passport stamped. This person has gone to college. This one's getting their doctorate degree, their bachelor's, their master's, and oh, they've got a good paying job and they're going on cruises. And it just makes me look at myself like, damn, maybe I'm the problem. And I am, you know? What makes me happy right now? Nothing. I don't have any happiness at all. I try to be happy. I laugh, when things are funny, but I don't have any happiness. I'm tired. You know, comparison is a thief of joy. Only person you should be comparing yourself is you. I do, and I just keep, and then I just look at other people's lives. Like I want to travel, you know, and as you guys know, that I do have like heart issues. Like I don't know, the doctors couldn't find anything, but I don't know if it's like an underlying issue where like my heart just spasms when I'm stressed out, and I get like these massive shocks. And I don't know if it's like a mini heart attack before I go into a bigger heart attack, or if I'm going into like cardiac arrest for like a few seconds and it goes back to normal. But I want to live before I die, you know? I don't even want to say that I'm dying because I don't even know if I am. I just feel like it, you know? Don't ever think a degree gives someone value. Plenty degree holders out here sleeping in cars. Yeah, but the people in my family are doing pretty good for themselves. I was told I was a mistake when I was a kid. It hurts me today, but every day I'm here. It's my win. Yeah. Don't get yourself don't get yourself be destroyed by mere haters. I wouldn't even say that they're hating for real. I just feel like they're being realistic. You know? I could have been so much further in life if I was doing exactly what they're doing too, you know? Probably would have made my parents more prouder of me. But I don't know. I try talking to my siblings. They don't get it either because they're all boys or they just side with my parents. But I guess I'm just too emotional that I'm not coherent enough. Or maybe I just don't make any sense and that's why they can't console me or whatever. Are you wishing on an early death or something you should really get help? This is getting serious. I don't wish for an early death. Have you felt you've only been existing than living? Yeah. I haven't done anything fun these past 6 or 5 months. I've been just working. Or has it been 4 months? August, September, October, November, December, January. Okay, so like 6 months. These past 6 months, I have not been living, just existing, trying to find myself and put myself upright. You know, but everything just keeps going wrong. I don't know if I'm giving up, but everybody knows everything already. You know, if I give up, it's not going to be surprising. I've always been a quitter, I guess. So nobody really has that much hope in me. Maybe two jobs are overwhelming you. I think slowing down and maintaining one job will be beneficial to you mentally and healthy wise. You need a break sometimes. It's okay. I can't afford to quit a job. I can't. I can't quit a job. You know, what you think about something or someone is subjective, because a group of people that one thing is true doesn't mean it's not false for another group. I don't know. What happened to your finger? I broke my nail at my job, my second job. Ugh, I've got like a mean headache right now. And that's been happening a lot lately. Like, my brain just keeps electrocuting me, if that makes sense. I had a really bad one earlier when I was walking, because I was helping out with stuff for a ceremony at my job, and that shit hit like a bitch. I almost fainted. It was crazy. I've only fainted. I didn't faint, but I have only had like one close call to fainting, and that was like 2 years ago. You know, so why can't you afford to quit your job? Is it because you want to accomplish your goals in a certain timeline? Yeah, I'm giving myself 5 to 6 months to actually accomplish my goal, and hopefully I'll be a lot further. Hopefully I'll be in a better situation. I highly doubt that I would be in a better situation, but hopefully I'll be in a better situation financial wise. But I don't know, man. Because you're overthinking too damn much. I've had that problem. Well, I don't know how to stop it, because every time I wake up in the morning, I don't feel good about myself. And I know like the power of the tongue is real, so anything that I think about myself, I don't say it out loud, but I do think about it a lot in my head. You know, like I don't wish anything on myself, but I do wonder what life would be like if certain things did happen and how people would react to it. I really don't think anybody would be sad. I feel like everybody would easily move on with their lives, because I don't think I played a really big role in anyone's life, to be honest. Like, I don't feel like I've done anything to make anybody feel like, oh, she was never supposed to be on. I don't feel like that. I feel like if I was to, hypothetically die, I would probably get like a funeral, you know, a repass, and then everybody just moves on with their life. Like, they mourn that one day and they just keep it pushing. I don't really think I had that much significance. I don't think I've done anything for anybody to make them feel like I done anything big for anybody's life. And maybe I have, and I don't know who, but because I helped out like a lot of people. I don't know. You know, if you don't paint or draw, take it up. Artists are extremely emotional, and art is the vessel to gain control over that space. I write, you know, I do write my emotions, but I haven't really been writing as much because I don't know where my songbook is, and it doesn't make me feel comfortable when I'm like typing stuff into my phone. And I don't really use my school notebook because that's just for note taking. So I do type some stuff down. I'll probably take like a piece of paper and I'll write it down and like shove it in my backpack. But other than that, I don't even know. You know. Well, I mean it in your best interest. You don't come across as the 24/7 hustle type. Quit your second job and take some creative time for yourself. The way you're going about this will hurt you. It's the way that I have to go. I'm sorry, Bean. I know. I can feel it hurting me. I just can't afford to stop. I can't. I've already let too many other people down. I can't keep letting the same people down. I can't. I don't think I'd be able to live with myself like that. I already can't live with myself. You know? I just I don't know, man. But now I'm like extra penny pinching because I don't have the finances right now. Like, I'm trying to save up from all the money that I spent during Christmas. Even though even though I've had like discounts and stuff like that, but I don't know. Oh, but yeah, um, I don't know. I don't know if this is gonna be the end of me streaming, but I just don't feel good. I don't feel good. I don't feel confident. I don't even really like myself right now. And that's not no insecure stuff. I just generally don't like myself. I don't like the person that I've become, or whatever people say that I've become. I don't like it, and I'm trying to change. I am. I'm trying to help myself, but when you have people in your ear that constantly, they don't even have to outright say it, but you can just feel it. Kind of just hinders you, you know. Like you don't have to tell me that you feel like I'm a disappointment. I can automatically feel it. I guess I just can't coexist with people. I'm better by myself. So, I don't know. Like, all that fairy tale shit, like, I'm gonna be honest with you, like, ever since I've been, like, this depressed little unicorn bullshit, or whatever you want to call it, or just feeling bad for myself in general, I've been just hoping that I could find the person that could whisk me away from all my problems. And that's not realistic, you know? It's not. So, I just have to get used to being on my own because that's all I have in this world. I don't have anybody here with me. Why wouldn't you be able to live with yourself? What are these people telling you, or why do you think they'll be disappointed? Please make sure not to be stuck in your head too much and overthinking. I don't know. I wouldn't be able to live with myself because I have too much regret in myself. Um, and I feel like people are disappointed in me because I don't keep making the same mistakes. I make new ones, and just like it's just like nothing new. Like at this point, it's like an average for me to make a mistake. You know, it's nothing new. Like people will be like, "Oh yeah, here we go again, making another mistake," and you want everybody to feel bad for you. You know, and that's why I can't live with myself. Um, I just don't see the point. I just don't see the point. Life is all about making mistakes. It takes time to learn from them. No, I'm just in a walking abomination. I just keep making mistakes. Even if life is about mistakes, I just can't make them. I can't afford to make them. You know, sure, life is all about making mistakes, but I just can't make them. Everybody makes everybody else proud but me. Everybody's got something going for themselves but me. Everybody's saving money. Everybody's not depressed but me. Everybody's life choices are helping them, and all mine is doing is just making me feel worthless and shit. And I guess people don't really care about that. They only care about the happy ones. Because when you're happy, you spread positive energy. When you feel negative, you're just spreading negative energy. And I guess that's what people say. I'm just a negative Nancy. You know, I'm too negative because I feel depressed all the time and emotional all the time. That everything that I do is just negative energy. So yeah, I guess my spirit is just terrible. You know, I have a very bad spirit, and I guess I need a cleanse. But who's gonna cleanse me? I've done saging. Like I've saged, like I cleanse myself with sage. But I guess you also have to put like the footwork into becoming this grand old positive spirit with the big old bright light, and to make everybody's life feel okay. And I don't even know if I can do that. But I guess I have to. Because in order for me to have any type of relationship with people, I have to only spread positive energy. And I don't think people understand that when you have so much positive energy, it's also negative. Because you have to have a balance in yourself. But I don't have a balance in myself, I guess. I'm just always negative. Sharon makes mistakes. I make mistakes a lot. Forgive yourself, dog. You're the one who will have to live with yourself for the rest of your life every day, like a new one, and give yourself a break. I'm not gonna say that I haven't tried. I tried forgiving myself. You know, I have, and then it just keeps being brought up all the time. So I end up resenting myself and hating myself. Because I can always forgive myself, but that doesn't mean that other people are going to forgive me. Just because I forgive myself doesn't mean that people are going to forgive me. So if I ever screamed at them for not listening to what I'm talking about, my emotions and how I feel, they only see that, oh, she's screaming, she's angry, negative energy. No, I don't want that around her. I will never forgive her for screaming at me, even though she sounded angry and stuff like that. Even though there's mistakes that have been made, and I've begged to be forgiven multiple times. I've begged to move forward and move on. I don't even bring up people's past, but people like to throw my past in my own face. You know, they like to throw my past in my face. They like to throw my mistakes in my face, and I hate myself for it. I hate myself. I do. You're thinking too much and you're making unrealistic goals, which is breaking you. I mean, I guess, but I don't really have a choice in the matter, you know? It's either I relax and I keep staying in the same cycle, or I keep fighting and grow financially stable while still in the same cycle. So one is like one is like, they're both the same, but one is a lot better, you know? One is where you disappoint everybody, and the other one is that you can disappoint everybody, and that they might not even be proud of you about things that you accomplished. I've been told that I haven't made anybody proud, you know, and that they wish that they felt proud, and how I taken their joy of making them proud away from them. And it haunts me because I'm going to give you guys an example. I'm not going to say any names about who said it, but I was so depressed in high school. I did tell you guys I wanted to drop out and just get my GED and make money. Um, and what's it called? Oh my fucking god. I wanted to get my GED and make money, and someone told me, like, you took the joy of you graduating away from me because you were so negative. I was so negative. I took the joy from them of celebrating my graduation. Not saying that we didn't celebrate my graduation, but I just took the joy from them because I was constantly saying, like, how negative I was being, like how I just wanted to drop out, and how I didn't want to continue my studies in high school, and how I just wanted to just get out and just make money and just not be in school anymore. And That made them feel the certain way, and they no longer feel the joy of it. So when my brothers graduated, they got to feel the joy about it, and they like to throw it in my face. Well, not throw it in my face, but I constantly throw it in my face. Like, oh, you took their joy. You took their joy, and now they're enjoying it with somebody else who deserves it because I didn't deserve it. I didn't deserve to make them feel proud, and that's why they didn't feel that way. You know. And thanks for the 2 jewels. That'll be in the chat, you guys. Try making goals day by day, and I promise you'll see changes. My only goal is waking up in the morning, and then after that, it's done. And sometimes I don't even want to check that list. Like, oh, wake up this morning, check. Sometimes I don't even want to check it. Sometimes I wish I didn't wake up. I still do. I just wish I could sleep, sleep and sleep and sleep and sleep and sleep, and never wake up. I want to be like Sleeping Beauty. But I don't have a prince to come and save me, you know? I highly doubt it. Sometimes the way we feel. Oh, hold on. You need to be proud of yourself. Anyone who can say that to someone, especially a child or teen, really only loves you conditionally. I don't know. Did I work today? Yeah, I did work today. I have work tomorrow as well. Sometimes the way we feel is because we need to get away from those people that we call family and friends. So forgive yourself. God has a plan for you. Don't give up. I don't know. I don't know. God forbid if they were to die, would you feel the same way tomorrow? About what? I think if they were to die, I would feel even more hateful towards myself because I disappointed them so much. You know? Yeah. I'd probably die of heartbreak. I'd probably die of heartbreak because I feel like, damn, they died knowing how much of a disappointment I am. They died not being proud of me. They died without me becoming a better person of myself. I died that they died without me healing or whatever. And yeah. You got a new room? No. No. I didn't get a new room. But yeah. I don't think I would feel any better if that person was to die tomorrow. I'd probably feel worse. I'd probably join them. Just kidding. For all entertainment purposes or legal purposes or anything, it's all a joke. Ha 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 ha. I work 2 jobs. I'm still at work waiting to work the second. I have to wake up at 5 in the morning and get to my other job. Hopefully I can do it by scooter, but I gotta charge my scooter. I gotta see if it needs charging. It probably does. I'm tired of shit. I don't know. I wish I didn't feel this way. You know? I wish I didn't feel the way that I felt. I wish I felt better. I wish I could be better. But I don't know. Hi, Philip. What happened? I just joined. Oh, nothing. I'm just yapping about stuff. About my life, I guess. And how I wish things would be different for myself. Um, I'm just venting about how I feel and about moving forward. I don't know if I'll be able to stream anymore. But I'll try. I'll try to stream. I don't know if I can be as happy as I once was, but I'll try to get there. But I don't know. I just feel like I'm incapable of happiness. I just feel like if I don't know. Like I feel like if I have one happy day, the next day just can't be happy. I have to be upset. And that's not just being like, oh, Royal, you have like a, you feel that way, so that's probably why you do it. No. A positive interaction can happen today, and then something negative can squander what happened yesterday or something. So yeah, I feel like it's always like a debt that I have to pay with my own mental health and my happiness. Like, oh yeah, I can go out and I can party with my friends, and then the next day something happens and it just makes me upset, and then it just trickles on into a whole nother situation. Can I do some dress hauls? No, I don't have any outfits. I don't have any new hauls. I stopped doing hauls a long time ago. I can't afford them. So, yep, it's called adulthood. I mean, I've been feeling this way since I was a teenager, so I guess it's just trickled on from my teenagehood to my adulthood. So, yeah. I want you to take your journal and highlight 3 good things that happen to you every day, no matter how small. We'll see if anything happens. That's good. Besides me waking up and brushing my teeth and going to work. There you go. There's your 3 things right there. And I'm not even trying to be funny. That was kind of funny. Sorry. Yeah, life, it's like this. Yeah, I hate life. Not, oh no, suicidal shit. Ha ha ha. Ha. Um, it's the weather things happening. No, it's not the weather. This is a yearly thing, an everyday thing. It never stops. I don't think I even had a happy month. Because when I stream, I don't live stream my life, so you guys can't really see what I go through, but I don't know. People will be like, "Oh, anybody would be lucky to be in your shoes." Who? Who would be lucky to be in my shoes? Huh? Who? Who would want to be like this? Who would want to live in my shoes, huh? Who wants to live like? Who wants to be a depressive ignorant? Who wants to be depressed all the time? Who wants to who wants to go through that? Who's this who wants to be like that? Who wants to be me? Nobody wants to be me. I don't even want to be myself. If I could, I would just if I could trade somebody's life right now, I would trade and not want to trade that shit back. My life is so depressing. I hate that shit. I hate that shit. I really do. I hate my life. I do. I hate my life. I do. I hate my life. I hate my life. Not to the point where I want to end it, but like I hate it. I hate it so bad. I think I would deal with it because you're fine and I know a good listener. You're a trip. I'll be back. I gotta use the restroom. Give me a second. I just know it's always someone in a worse situation. I'm not trying to negate the fact that somebody's in a worse situation than me, but why would you want to go from one worse situation to another worse situation? You know, that doesn't make any sense. Well, it can also be how you perceive things. Is the weather cooler than yesterday's? So mark that down. Did you interact with a cute boy? Write that down. Did I treat myself to a tasty dessert? Oh, I don't know. I don't really do anything that makes me happy, to be honest with you. I don't. I just work. I wake up, go to work, go to my second job, come home. Well, I can't even say that I don't do anything happy. I do stream. Streaming makes me happy, but it hasn't made me happy in a few days. You know, I'm feeling a lot miserable. Where am I now? Stuff. Place. Someplace. What makes you happy? I don't even know anymore, to be honest. I've been just so unhappy for so long. I don't even know what makes me happy. I don't know what brings me joy. I haven't felt joy. I feel like I laugh. Sure, that gives me like a little bit of serotonin, but like, you know, what made younger you happy? My friends, pretending to be a princess, and when I had crushes, just seeing my crush. But I can't even say that watching Kenji makes me happy because I'm getting bored of him. You know, I don't even think I have a crush on him anymore. You know, like nothing makes me happy anymore. I can't even watch YouTube videos. Literally nothing makes me happy. Order some Chinese food. I'm not hungry though. If you have one wish to be anywhere in life, where would that be? In the afterlife. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. If I had wished to be anywhere in life, I would wish to be on a private island where nobody can find me and I could just live happily by myself and not have to go through anything. I won't have to worry about money either because I'll be a billionaire. But I want to be on a private island with no worries and just live by myself in solitude. I think that would make me happy. Well, right now, that would make me happy, just be by myself. Um, I had to pay for motels just to get away from my siblings and my parents. I wish I could pay for a hotel room. I can't even do that. So sometimes I'll be on the street. I'll be on the street. Lonely. I'm so lonely. I'm so lonely. Okay, Akon, I hear you. But yeah, I feel like if I was to be by myself, I think I would be happy. If I had nobody in my ear constantly, I think I'd be happy. I don't know. I think I prefer to be by myself. I don't even want anybody for real. When am I getting a boyfriend? Never. I'm gonna stay single forever. And I'm not even trying to be funny, but that's my life. That's the life that I see for myself. I don't even see myself getting married anymore. I don't even think I want kids. You know? I don't think I want kids. I don't think I want to get married. I don't want to have a wedding. I don't want anything. I'm just too tired. Why? I just don't see the drive in it. I don't. You know? I just like. I just don't. Hey, that bed don't look like you're homeless. I didn't say I was homeless. I'm just not back at my other home, so I'm still looking for that pregnancy. You're never gonna find me having a pregnancy because I'm not having any kids. I don't even want a family anymore for real. I don't want a husband. I don't want the kids. I don't even want a wedding. I just want to be by myself. I have no desire to date, to be honest with you. I don't. What you're missing could be a replacement. I'm not really missing anything. I said that same shit. Now I've been married 13 years now. Um, yeah, that's not looking like my future. That's just today's talk. It's reality. Okay? I have to be realistic about things, so no. I'm just emotionally damaged. Who wants that on their conscience, you know? No man is gonna want to deal with no woman like me. I'm too sad. I'm too sad, too emotional, as people like to call me. And I just carry around negative energy everywhere I go. I have no good qualities. I have no good qualities. You know, I don't have any good qualities. I don't have any qualities that would make me a good partner, in all honesty. Mm, life is full of unexpected. Well, I'm expecting a lot of things in my life, so there's not a lot that I'm unexpecting. But yeah, hmm, I'm gonna be a bachelorette forever. I'm gonna die a bachelorette, and I'm not even mad at it because, like, at least I'll be stress free, you know? Yeah, you're just a little tired, you work a lot. Why are you guys not believing me? If I say something, that means it's gonna happen. I'm not letting nobody hit. I'm not letting nobody hit. Nobody's hitting nothing except for I'm gonna hit your ass with my fist. Mm-hmm, I disagree. You do have a mean cup noodle game. That's top notch value right there. You said because I have such a talent for slurping up noodles. You young, you just need time to heal by yourself, away from everything. Yeah, I know. But even if I was to be away from everything, I don't feel like anything's gonna get better. Because even when I'm by myself, I still self-loathe and I still hate myself. So it's like, if I'm by myself, like, ain't nothing really gonna change. The only thing that's gonna change is that nobody's actually gonna tell me that I'm a disappointment. I'm just gonna constantly say it to myself, you know. I'm so tired, but I cannot sleep. And that's another thing. Like I can probably go for a nap right now, but then I won't be able to. And then I'll wake up hella early in the morning and stay up for like an extra hour or two. Then by the time that I have to actually wake up, I'll be knocked out. You know, life is hard. Time to explore the real you. When I was going through my depression, all I wanted to know is why. Once you find out why, then you can move on. I don't think I'll ever find out the why. I'm not even trying to be like a negative Nancy here. I'm just trying to be realistic with you guys. Ain't nobody gonna tell me the why. And I probably already even know the why and I just don't want to say it, you know? I probably do know the why. I probably know why I do know why my life is the way that it is. And I said it. It's because it's my fault, you know? It's my fault that my life is the way that it is. And the reason why people around me keep seeing and viewing me as such, you know? It's like a disappointment in somebody they can't, you know, they can't do anything. So any mistake that I make is just expected at that point. Then don't be by yourself. I don't like making friends. I'm naturally quiet, you know. I was my worst critic until I learned that I lost. I was lost and fucked up for a while. You know, like I be wondering, like, what do drugs feel like? I'd be tempted, but I'm scared to get addicted to it. I'm scared to end up like a crackhead on myself, to be honest with you. Like I don't want to wait. I don't want to take drugs and then I wake up like 30 years later and I'm scratching myself looking for another fix. Like I don't want to do that. Like that's like that's scary, you know. And I don't want to drink when I'm like this either. That's also another way why I stay away from alcohol because I know if I drown myself in sorrows, and as I told you guys before, like I sleep better after drinking alcohol, and that's scary. Like I sleep better after drinking because drinking quiets all the thoughts away. And that's scary in itself. Like if I can't do it and I have to rely on some substance, like I'll become an alcoholic. And it's looking like I'm about to be turning into an alcoholic soon because I'm about to go to the liquor store as soon as the stream is over and I'm going to drink myself to sleep. I think you need a kid. Fuck them kids. I will get a hysterectomy. I don't want no kids. You know? What you know, think you know, is an assumption if never existence. Oh, I don't even know. So you're the negative and the chat is your positive side, I guess. I don't know, you guys. I just feel like shit. I feel like shit. You know, girl, you got a bed now. This is not my bed. This is not my bed. This is somebody else's bed. I sleep on the couch downstairs. I just needed a warmer setting because downstairs is freaking freezing, and it's raining outside. It's been snowing for like the past couple of days, and I think it's raining, and I'm scared because it's like I gotta drive my scooter outside in the fucking sleet and ice and everything like that. But this is not my bed. I sleep on the couch. That bed look comfortable. It is comfortable. It's comfortable as hell. It's not too stiff. It's not too stiff, but it's also not too soft. So it's actually really good for your back. But yeah, I just needed a different setting. But I'm about to go take another shower because I feel gross. And then I don't even know if I'm gonna go to bed. I'm probably gonna stop by the liquor store to be honest. I don't know. I feel like that's the only way I'll be able to sleep on time. Is if I drink. Because that's the only way I can sleep. And that's a real note because I remember one time me and my brother we went out drinking and that alcohol knocked us right the fuck out. And it was like 9 o'clock. And I had the best sleep ever from alcohol. And that's kinda scary, but I might just embrace that shit. Like Royal about to be you know like how I'd be like, oh, it's Royal Love? I'm about to be like Royal Drunk. Royal the alcoholic. Um And yeah, you know, I don't know. I'm not saying do it. I'm just saying what I would do, you know. If you do end up going to the liquor store, get 90 proof bourbon whiskey and drink it neat, you'll feel classified, justified in your dark energy. Ooh, 90 proof bourbon whiskey. How much is that? Cause I feel like that's expensive as hell. Maybe, well, in moderation, maybe you can do it every odd weekend. Probably. Crown Royale, not for real. Drunk Royal. Like, I'm about to just live stream myself drunk. Like that one time that I did when I was tipsy as shit. I'm about to just live stream myself drunk. Maybe that'll make everybody come back in here. Everybody likes a drunk person. Everybody likes people that act crazy. So maybe I should start acting crazy again. You know, maybe I should start acting crazy again. Should I start acting like a crackhead off my side and start scratching myself and asking for spare change like a crackhead, or should I just stand on a corner in real life and start shaking like a $2 whore? Like I don't know. You know, I don't know. You got a place? You fun? I do not have a place. Okay, I do not have a place. But I'm just crashing right now. I'm crashing here for the time being. Don't do it, Queen. I'm trying. I don't think I'll trust to drink Royal. I don't think I'll trust myself either. That's why I be falling asleep. I feel like. Yeah. I don't know. Maybe you guys want to come with me to the liquor store. Girl, go back home. I can't. I'm not wanted there. Yeah, just make sure you don't drive and do not call people at random. Those are the only caveats. Other than that, enjoy the rabbit hole, classy and unapologetically. Okay, but you didn't tell me how much that 90 bourbon whiskey is. Like, I gotta know the cost before I go outside and be embarrassing myself because I can't afford it. I probably can afford it, but I'm not touching my savings. Um, I'm tired of shit. It's been over an hour since I've been streaming. I've streamed for like 8 more minutes. I've streamed for 8 minutes. I'm actually hungry, but I'm too lazy to eat. That's what I've been feeling like these past couple of days. Like I'm hungry, but I don't feel like eating. I don't even think I want to eat. And I'm not supporting eating disorders either, so don't nobody clip that shit out of context. Cause I will roast your ass. A nice warm shower always makes you sleepy. No, it just makes me feel like I could stay awake. Like I don't know. My body is weird. Like the cold makes me sleepy, but a cold shower makes me feel awake. And a warm place makes me sleepy, but a warm shower makes me still feel wide awake. And even then, when I step out the shower, I feel even more cold. So it doesn't even make sense. You know, I'm gonna keep manifesting marriage every time I see you. Please don't. I'm trying to die alone. Like you can get a Maker's Mark 90 proof for $19. That's expensive as shit. Who has $19? Who has $20? I don't even got that shit for real. Or maybe I do. I'm not touching shit. I got like $5 in my spending account. And that's no, I'm not gonna do that. Chill. No. No. I wanna die alone. Leave me alone. You get some meat on them bones. At least that's what I think. I feel lazy. I don't even feel like eating. So I'm not gonna eat if I don't feel like eating. I mean, like, I also feel like I don't even want to cook anything. And, like, sure, I do get, like, food being brought to me, but I don't even feel like eating for real. I have $50. I didn't spend it all during Christmas. Oh, I didn't get shit for Christmas. Except for, like, that wool rose that I showed you that my brother gave me. I ain't get no money. I'm broke as shit. Maybe if I got some money, they would have reimbursed me for for all the gifts that I gave them. $5, no problem. Go, go for Jim Beam, Kentucky. It's naturally $5 plus tax. Why'd you send me $20 to? Did you send me $20 so I could get drunk, bro? Don't be in the chat for Ricky. Thank you, Rick. I appreciate you. I was from the hood. MD 2020 was the way to go when the pockets was low. That sounds. I don't know. Is that beer? I don't like beer. Beer be tasting nasty to me. You know. Yeah, W Rick, you guys. W Rick. He trying to make sure that I go to sleep good tonight. You know. He said he gonna get you. I give you a little bit of money. Oh, I don't know what you're talking about. Oh. I appreciate the 20 for like my books and everything. I appreciate it. Smoke you a joint? I can't. I'm a singer. I be thinking about smoking cigarettes like a fucking crack addict or whatever, but like I don't know. I'd be scared. I'd be like, what if I spent my money on shit that I don't even really be needing? But I'd be like, but people like, oh, cigarettes. They're like, I'm not getting peer pressure. Be like, oh, there you go, nicotine. Like, well, yeah, it helps you stress relief. And I'm like, oh, like maybe if I spent like a little money and started smoking, I'll start feeling better. And I highly doubt that shit. I probably ended up worse, and I probably won't be able to sing again. MD 2020, not beer, tastes like wine with a spike. Ooh, that sounds good. I don't know. And if you want to do it with class, put a glass inside the freezer while you go get the whiskey, and then pour it in that icy cold glass and sip it slowly. You gotta live it slowly, taking in my money like it's holy. I'm waiting for you for the whole week. I'm waiting for you my Sunday. Candy, lonely. Come and take my money like it's holy. I don't know. Do not smoke cigs. God damn. I don't want to smoke weed. I don't want to smoke weed. I don't want to smoke anything. Honestly, I don't even want to do any type of thing. I don't even want. Oh, I rarely even drink. God, I'm so fucking tired. You seem happy when you're singing. Yeah, I guess. I don't know. You guys drink too much. I'm so tired. Olivia's singing voice is pretty. You guys think it sounds pretty? I think I sound like a fucking horse. I'd be like, nay, you know, nay. I don't know. I'm about to end the stream in like 3 minutes, you guys. I'm in the military and don't drink that much. Yeah, I try not to drink so much either. I try not to make it into a habit. Cause I be sleeping. When I tell you I be sleeping hella good when I be drinking, I be sleeping hella good, like snoring and all, drooling on the side of my face. I be sleeping good. I sleep. You know what's crazy? Like I sleep so well when like my mind is clear, and that only happens if I'm laying with somebody romantically, or like, and I'm they're like, you know, holding me in my sleep, and I'm like, you know, romantically involved with that person, and that only happened once, you know. And it made me feel good about myself. And I slept really good that night. And the only other time I'll ever feel as good as that is when I'm drinking. And let me tell you something. I'm not, so, you know. Drinking is scary as hell because, like, I don't want to get addicted to that. Like, that's fucking scary. Like, what if I can't stop drinking after that? What did I just, I don't even know what I just said. You should stream again? I don't know. Fun fact, I'm going to have a few pours myself tonight, and if Royal is joining in on the action, it's New Year's all over again tonight. Maybe we can do like we can probably do like a redo on New Year's, and I can eat underneath the table again, and actually, you know, manifest some good things in my life. But I don't know. That's wishful thinking. Wishing positive life goals and stuff like that. Wishing anything positive. That's just wishful thinking. But it is the 100-minute mark, so I'm gonna end the stream here, you guys. I'll think about streaming again, but I probably will be streaming again tomorrow on Facebook if you guys want to join that. And then Sunday I'll be streaming on TikTok. If you haven't, I don't even know if you guys enjoyed this live stream. It was kind of fucking depressing, if not lying, you know? Like, I don't think you would enjoy something so depressing, but maybe some of y'all are into that, you little sadists, you know what I'm saying? But I appreciate those who have donated. Devin chats to you guys. And from one royal to another, I bow to you. And until next time, my real